put ourselves to the community and said, we're here. And now we're in a place where we're saying, well, we're here, but we're not here for you right now.
Funding cuts at the federal level are threatening services for domestic violence organizations statewide.
And one organization in our area is losing a third of its budget and closing a program that offers housing to survivors.
Two in our area tell KPRC2's Ruwan Belogan these cuts mean those in critical need will have longer wait times or run the risk of never being served.
This is really to wrap around and help these individuals get on their feet.
For 17 years, Heather Stoutmeister and her team at Family Ties in Northwest Harris County pride themselves on keeping their doors open and helping each person who walks in. Their promise of serving each person threatened.
We just talked to a lady the other day that's living in her car, and she can't move in here.
Family Ties seen a nearly $600,000 loss in federal funds due to cuts of the Federal Victims of Crime Act.
And I think that's the most important piece of all of this is there's only so much you can do, and our clients are losing.
Victims of Crime Act, or VOCA, is a federal funding resource. Here's how it works. So there are dollars from court fines and fees that go into sort of this large bucket at the federal government. From there, it's divvied up and given to state leaders. At the local level, state leaders then divvy up that money again to victim services. However, there's a 40% proposed budget cut, which will see a loss of nearly $700 million across the nation.
Do you believe because of these budget cuts across the state, across the nation really, as you reference here, do you think some of these victims will have to walk alone because of these budget cuts?
We know already that they're having to walk alone.
The first cut Stoutmeister and her team made were transitional housing. It's a program they offered which would allow domestic violence victims and their family to live rent-free for up to a year. It helped this survivor.
They drastically improved my life and gave me a safe space to be able to heal and, get my life back on track. Everything kind of fell apart for a while. Picking those pieces back up is a very difficult thing to do alone.
How do you feel when you have to turn people away?
The hardest part about that is knowing that the whole reason this agency was established was to stop that.
Family Ties isn't alone. Thousands of victim assistance organizations are impacted, including the Houston Area Women's Center, which will see a $1 million loss.
That is a significant amount of money. What that means to us is that if you can imagine an organization like ours that is comprehensive in nature, so we provide a 24-hour hotline. So that means anybody who needs assistance, either who is a domestic violence survivor or sexual assault survivor, can call us 24 hours a day and get support, either because they need support at a hospital in the aftermath of a sexual assault or because they need shelter or counseling.
Sonia Corrales, the deputy CEO, shares this example of impact. One case manager has roughly 17 to 23 individuals they work with. The cut would impact personnel. So if this person is let go, their cases are given to others.
It can mean longer wait lists. It can mean that we are closing the door to access.
Critics could say that, well, this is just cutting costs. We all have to cut costs in our homes individually. So this is just something like that. What would you say to them?
I would say that that is inaccurate to think, because we are a nonprofit organization, so we are not in it, to make any money.
How it makes me feel, it makes me want to fight harder to make sure that victims' voices are heard.
That was Ruwan Belogan reporting. Leaders at both organizations say in recent weeks they were told to expect an additional 40% cut to their budgets. It is unclear when those cuts will come.
And once you've made the very difficult decision to leave an abusive relationship, just imagine having to co-parent with your own abuser. Many times the children are the ones most impacted, while the abused parent is left to manage their own healing and then dealing with the abuser who in many instances tries to turn the children against the other parent.
Every time that I would leave, I would see my life flash before me, and I would see my son crying, watching me.
Tonight at 10 o'clock, I will show you how to navigate this very difficult and emotional situation. And while we continue empowering those through our Breaking Free series to leave domestic violence relationships, we understand that possibly you or someone that you know or care about is in need of assistance and this information. So we have a full list of resources on our website for you at click2houston.com. You can use it right now.